Hey, welcome guys. Welcome to my patch tier list 14.21. This is the tier list that I have, and I'll be breaking down the reasoning why. And I'll be going through the patch notes. I'll be explaining each single champion, what they're actually good at, what they're bad at, and what has changed a bit. So, I have been playing a lot of release. This is actually after the patch, like as you can see a day ago. And as you can see, this is in changed lobbies. So I honestly I don't really feel the nerfs. This is like a script noob. And a Rango Challenger player. This is like a Chucky. It's as well on Challenger player, right? You can see here I'm literally 20-0-8 in a Challenger game, right? So I can promise you the champion is still very solid. Actually, it seems like I made a place on release. But yeah. Anyway, you want to make sure that like you understand which champs are strong and which champs are weak, and I'll be breaking down why some champs have been weaker or stronger. Um, but just saying, guys, the brand nerf, this Q mana, it's pretty big because in general, on this champion, it's really strong, but you do go a lot faster right now. So you'll notice in team fights, you'll actually go so you can see the win rate as well has dropped. So basically, I had first brand on S tier, but now it's an A tier because of those reasons. And basically, why is Lilia S tier? I mean, I just think that this champ, even though Magic Pen got nerfed, is a good thing for Lilia because she doesn't buy it. And, well, she's a very strong champ, right? Why do I think Elise is really strong right now? I think Elise is strong right now with the gameplay more, like the game style. I'm currently doing like a Narnia style, which is permanent weight. And I do think this champ beats everything right now, besides Karna maybe. So basically, I think this champ is like super strong, but you have to know how to play her. And why do I think cards is strong, even though the champ got nerfed? Because honestly, it doesn't matter. Like 5% AP. 5% AP is like, it doesn't matter that much. If you have 200 AP, like it's what? 10 damage less. That's like, it doesn't matter that much, you know? It's like essentially, Gartus is still very strong. I don't think it actually matters. It's being very underrated. I think this champ is like Giga OP still. And basically, why do everything else A? I feel like everything's like really strong. And Gwen was S before, but I changed to A because the champ actually did get weaker because of the passive true damage, and you actually deal a lot of true damage. So even though it's only 0.1%, it's actually still a lot. It adds up. But basically, Aftalia, all of these champs A because all of them are very solid, like literally. I would say Zara could even be B tier in lower elo, but higher elo is actually better than lower elo. And honestly, it depends on what your elo is, but I'm just gonna give two ranges now, okay? If you're below diamond, I would say that definitely, I can just open LOL on the literature for you guys, but there's some champs that are better and worse in lower elo. So, for example, this is like Emerald Plus, right? But like, let's say you go to like Master Plus, it does change a bit. So I would say that like depending on your elo, some champs are stronger or weaker. And what I would say is that I would recommend in lower elos to play like more solid champions that are just strong and you can always like fight. So in champs like Graves, it's like people just don't know how to play against, right? I do think Elise is also super good. Not sure what the win rate is, but it's like I would say pretty good Elise. Like currently like rank 8 I guess, but I would say this champion is good, but you need to know the fundamentals a bit of this champion. I do have an Elise guide if you want to watch it. And yeah, I mean definitely Skarner, this champ, actually really put Skarner. This champ has a special place in my heart. It's actually not here. How did I have Skarner here? Anyway, Skarner should be S tier. It should definitely be S tier, guys. I can tell you that. Is S tier tank? Is S tier every single game? Not really, because in some drops you don't have damage. But basically, you have the S tiers, which is like, in my opinion, is almost always solid as long as you have like some AD champions. The A tiers basically consist of champions that are pretty much like good. Like I think solid. First I would B, but honestly I think of Triforce, and if you just like AFK farm and play team fights, I do think it's pretty good, but the only downside is that this champ is a bit slow and can't really fight much without ultimate. But if you play around your ultimate, let your teammates diverse case, play on objectives, this champ is still very strong. And Kindred's well B tier before, but I think it's actually A tier. Because against a lot of these champs, it's a good matchup. So even though I don't think Kindred's a good champion, it's just good against these champs specifically, okay? I'll run down like some of the biggest patch notes right now as well. Which is Magic Pen Boots. It doesn't matter. AP champs are just so much more OP. So now I'll go to the LoL Analytics. You can see here literally, okay, Graves like an 80 champ, Kaz an 80 champ, but in general, right? Most AP champs, they're still extremely good. Magic Pen nerf, it actually does not matter, okay? Because I just think AP journals are just giga inflated. Blade from King, this is mostly for Viego. So that's why I put Viego on like 80 right now. First I was Viego on S tier in my previous tier list, but now it's actually A tier because of like the armor nerf. Viego. The armor nerf and basically the item nerf, which makes him a bit 80 right now. It was really strong before, but now it's like it's alright. And as for let's see, the other patches are really important. I think there wasn't like too much important patches beside those. Like Volibear, like 2 seconds extra on E, still very strong. But I would say mostly that the champs that are nerfed, I mean, okay, Elise did get nerfed, but I'm telling you, these nerfs, I legit don't feel like armor growth, it doesn't matter, it still beats the fuck out of everything. The only thing nerfed is basically like Magic Pen Boots, but usually right now, Elise, you rush Storm Surge anyway and don't want to buy Magic Pen Boots, then this is very good. So, yeah, basically, I legit think this is my tier list on how good champs are. And depending on your elo, by the way, you might have to write in the comments below on what elo you are, and I can recommend you some champs. But for example, Ranger and Talon, right? These champs are like good if like, let's say, really good players play them. But in general, for the average Joe, they're for sure B tier. Like, say for Master Yi, right? I think Master Yi can be good if like really good in this champion, but in general, I would not recommend for most people to play it, you know? And yeah. Okay, wait, hold on. Why do I have like this champion like okay, these guys should be like at least like B tier, you know? But that's how I see it. And yeah. If any questions, you can just leave a comment down below, but basically it's my tier list and a little bit of the explanations. Have a good one.